We're going to be watching SoldieR, capital R, versus Justsauce from Group O. So, oh my god, this is going to be a good game. Let's see what this is. Alright, so we got Justsauce playing as the Almonds, and SoldieR, capital R, is also playing as the Almonds. So it's going to be an Ottoman mirror. Ottoman mirrors are always a really fascinating thing, because it all depends on what strategy they go with, and it depends on who the best microer is of the two. Because if somebody's really good with Abyss gun micro, they can always win. But then again, if somebody does something completely different and goes for delis to rush their Abyss or something, they can sometimes win. Or if somebody goes fast fortress and the other doesn't, they can win. Or if we get a fast industrial, which you can do with almonds, yeah. But I will say, most likely, the start's going to be pretty consistent. Get a mosque, get a trading post, and then get a house. Yep, that seems to... Wait a second. Oh, interesting. So the Ottoman player decided he was going to go for the middle map trading post, which is very greedy, because that means SoldieR could potentially be planning to build a second trading post. That's something that Ottoman players, if you give them the opportunity, will always do. They'll always try to eat the entire trade route, because as I preached since the start of this stream, Ottomans love shipments. They love to ship units mainly. So one way that they can really make that happen, get multiple trading posts. Unfortunately, Great Plains only has 3 trading posts options, and the first one at the end here is going to be in your enemy's base, so you can't construct it within the vicinity of that town center unless you somehow nuke that town center. Then you can do it. But unfortunately, this one's off limits, so you can only build here and you can build here. So what SoldieR decided is, I'm going to build the greedy spot at the end here, which is more exposed theoretically, and an enemy could rush this easier. But if I can keep it up somehow, and I can come back later to build this one, now I got 2 trading posts, which is more trading posts than my Ottoman opponent, which means my shipment times are going to be faster, and thus I will win the match. I'll get Falconets faster and beat them out. I'll get my Sufahis faster and beat them out. That's the idea of going with that. And I think the fact that SoldieR managed to do that first is already given him a very distinct advantage from the start of the game, because if he can do what he wants and gets 2 trading posts, he's already going to have better shipment arrival times than his opponent, which is going to be pretty huge here. Because I was scared at first, because I didn't realize that SoldieR, what he was doing, and then I looking like, okay, he's actually being pretty crafty now, because he's given himself the opportunity to get his shipments even faster, which is good. So, because he has a trading post and a mosque, it means that he actually has enough XP to get a second shipment in age 1. So what is he doing? He is getting capitalism. This is something you can also do with the Spanish, which is another civ that gets shipments very quickly because of their civ bonus, not because of what they build. So pretty much you get 3 villagers first, and then you get your capitalism, which is a gold trickle, 1.65 gold per second, and then you actually ship in your 700 gold, and you'll actually have enough gold by the time that you receive the shipment to be able to go for your fast fortress. So unless we see something change, I can tell you for certain that the Blue Ottoman will be going for a fast fortress. And as I predicted, he did build the second trading post. He built the greedy one first, that's more exposed, and then he built the safe one at home second. Now he has 2 of them. He has 1 over his opponent. Very important. How about the other Ottoman? He also went with capitalism, so he will also be going for a fast fortress, because you can tell right away when they go for that gold card. They're just timing it perfectly so that the gold trickle plus the 700 gold is going to be the recipe to a fast fortress. So they're both doing that. Oh, he's going villagers. Is that right? He also went he's going double Jan. He's going double barracks janissary. And I noticed there that he went quartermaster for 400 wood. he went with Quartermaster so he could pull up double barracks Janissary, which I think is pretty good. Quite tactical. He's queuing up one already. He's going to be queuing up the other one rather soon as well. Just getting steel traps, so his hunting rate is optimal to be able to afford 2 Janissary queues at the barracks, which I think is quite good. Very nice. What's going on over here, though? Soldier builds a defensive barracks, but his plan is to still go fast fortress, because he just sent in that big batch of coin there. The only reason he's going with the barracks, I think, is just for defensive reasons. Just so when the Janissaries do show up in his base, he'll have a little bit of firepower to keep them from overrunning his TC, and I think that's kind of okay. He also, he's going to ship in Janissaries himself now, so he'll already have 5 boots on the ground to defend his TC. I think that's pretty fair. As expected, the opposing army will rush the greedy trading post spot because he knows, okay, at this point he knows that his opponent's going fast fortress, otherwise he wouldn't care so much about having 2 trading posts. But now that he knows that he's probably already heading towards H3, he's got to take this thing down before it gets another batch of resources, because if this thing gets another, shipment of XP to it, he's going to take all that XP and put it into very powerful shipments of falconets, of powerful hand cavalry like the Mamluks and Sifahi, and it's not going to be good. So, good job, Justsauce, and getting down that TP. That's your first step in preventing a total disaster right now. But we'll see if you can do the rest. But the big thing here for Justsauce is going to be maintaining those Janissary numbers and really pressing his opponent. Because if he can't do that, it's going to be a bit risky, because now he put his whole game on the line that these Janissaries are going to be able to do the job in big numbers. And making sure that the Ottoman player that he's fighting here, the blue one, the soldier, does not overpower him with high capacity anti-infantry stuff like Abbas and Falks. He's going with the marksman, of course, because that'll give him some much needed relief with 4 Abbas gunners. Those things will shred the Janissaries pretty good. And then he'll probably follow that up with the powerful Falconet shipment. And then he can follow that up with either a Janissaries or even a Sifahi shipment, depending on how much food he can accumulate. 1 village loss. Not the end of the world, but it is something. Oh, he got another one. Oh boy. Abbas coming in with Bashi Bajouks to take out those Janissaries. Pretty good. The difference between Bashi Bajouks and the normal midmen is the Bashi Bajouks also have an added multiplier against heavy infantry, so they're actually more equipped to deal with muskets than the average Minutemen type soldier is, which is always a cool little fact. That being said, Bashi Bajouks with 4 Abbas will force these Janissaries back, because it's just going to be a losing battle for him. Oh no, he's got his shipment of delis there. Oh boy, look at that. He's being persistent. He knows he has to deal with these Abbas soon, so that he can maintain an even battle presence. If he lets those Abbas stay on the field, he's going to lose the middle. So he knows he has to take those Abbas gunners out right away. Looks like he did. He took them out. Very good. Almond player soldier just shipped in Janissaries, it looks like. So still it's a Janissary battle, so it's pretty likely he can still at least even the score on the musket numbers and make the Falconets a little bit more exposed. We'll see if he can do... Oh man, he ran the delis in too soon there. I wish he didn't do that, because now you're losing one potentially good asset against the Falconets. It's going to make you a little bit more vulnerable now doing that. Alright, so let's look at Justsauce's resource count. So Justsauce, he just went in with an all-out double barracks Janissary, and his resources are kind of on the lower end right now, He's just barely able to afford delis at this point, and that train is sort of slowed down at the station a bit. We'll see if he can still... Oh man, yeah, no, he doesn't have the numbers now to even challenge these Falcons. He's gonna need some more numbers before he can effectively rush these Falconets with range attacks. And that's why he's going for the delis as well, by the way, because he's vying for an angle to jump in there and snipe these cannons with them. That's what he's going for. We'll see if he can do it, though. If he can do it, it'll be pretty phenomenal. If not, then it'll be pretty unfortunate. Okay, so barracks down. Very good. Very, very nice. He's going to lose that one, too, which is not good. He is going for his Moss Tech here to up the build limit on his villagers, which is quite nice. The good thing about almonds, obviously, is the fact that you don't have to manually queue up those villagers. They actually continuously produce villagers for free from the structure, which is quite good. Yeah. Oh, he's going for... he's got a black-footed ferret treasure there for 210 XP. That's pretty nice, because that's going to propel another shipment into Soldier as well. So let's see if that ends up doing it. Yep. Where he's already ready to get another shipment. I think he's going to go for the gold, maybe. He might go for the gold. Because at this stage, he might be thinking about going Industrial Age and using those Royal Decrees. That could be a good idea, you know? Start adding bombards onto the field. Because then your opponent really won't know what to do. But you got to do it in a sound manner that doesn't make you exposed, though. Because, of course, your opponent here is doing stable. And he's going to do everything he can to wipe out these Falcons and gain an advantage. Obviously, you have a bit of an advantage because you have veteran Jans, and he doesn't. Oh, he made it to H3, so he's going to have potentially veteran Jans very soon as well. Also, he's going to get his own Falconets too. He also has a bigger array of H3 shipments. He's got the Mamluks, he's got the Abbas. So he's got a little bit more wiggle room in H3, so it's not over for Justsauce yet. He can come back from this and put out some good shipments and maybe turn this baby around. We'll see. The thing I don't like, though, is he's lost a lot of ground in his base, though. So when those Falconets do come out, he might not be able... Oh, and he's wasting Cav. Bad. Don't waste Cav like that. Don't let him one-shot you like that. These guys are kind of on the expensive side. You don't want to waste those things. It's really not a good venture. Oh boy. What are we at now? Oh, yep. Oh, so he did get the 1,000 coin and he stuck it right into making more Falconets from his artillery foundry. Pretty smart, actually. Because now he's going to have even more artillery to work with than what he was dealing with before. He's also going to pick up the Endorian School, which actually boosts the attack and hit points on your Jans. So his Jan side is going to be even stronger now as well. I think it's quite good. Delis are going to take an opportunity to maybe get some raiding done in the base. Could be potentially fruitful, who knows. Does he have any villas that are really exposed? Yeah, these ones. If he can find these ones, he might be able to get some good work. But who knows at this point. Okay, so it'll be 3 Falcons against 2. Let's see who micros this better, though. Oh, he just took him in the... Oh, no! He just stuck it in the limber mode. But I guess that's good, because he was going to probably be destroyed if he didn't get it out of there. But that being said, though, this guy has the cannon advantage, so it's really your battle to lose at this point. By just not microing effectively. Okay, so he gets a free shot at the Jans. Good. Loses a house. Not great. Let's see if he can hold out with this, because it's not looking too good. Okay, delis. Delis connect with the artillery. Good. Not enough to take one out, sadly, because too many Janissaries there. At this rate, he was thinking about maybe pushing, but now he knows he can't, because he just doesn't have the numerals to do it anymore. It's just not good. It's just not going to work. Oh boy. Yeah, at this point, if you're a soldier, just keep queuing in Janissaries, and he'll never be able to challenge your Falks face to face, and then you'll just take the win easily. So, if you're a soldier, you got it in the bag. You know, you're not gonna mess this up most likely. Just he's gonna keep harassing the houses, keep housing his opponents, so he can't make any more troops, and then it's gonna be a GG. He might as well try one last hurrah with this army and try to get him out. Otherwise, it's a lost deal. Five Safahis coming in now. Oh, that's it. That's a big shipment. That might do some stuff. Let's see. Okay, so splash attack is a big factor here. It takes out one can. Ah, man. Janissaries squeegeed right in there to get them out. Oh boy. It's Joe over now. Joe over. Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back from this at this point. He just... Oh, man. Not good. Not good at all. House down. Very nice. Bills go flying. Ah! Like that. And I think it's soldier win. Got nothing he can challenge the Falconets with, so Justsauce is literally going to become tomato sauce in a matter of seconds, yeah. And he's red to boot, so it's going to look even more like tomato sauce, honestly. That'll be a GG. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, post-game. I think that came down to early greed paying off by Soldier. His choice to go for that trading post in the middle first and then get his home one second gave him the shipment timing he needed to get ahead of his opponent. And also the differing strategies were a big factor as well. I think one of the scariest things you can go for in the Ottoman mirror is probably double Jan barracks, because it makes you susceptible to Fast Fortress, and it makes you susceptible to Jan Abbas. Because then those few Abbas guards in with Janissaries can potentially give them a huge advantage against you. And then obviously if they can get a faster age 3 timing on you, it's not looking good either, because obviously they'll have Falconets and big boy Janissary shipments to clean up your entire army, which ended up happening there. So, yep, it's the type of stuff we deal with at higher level play is